the Atlanta Falcons and New York Giants game should be a really, really interesting matchup between the two. Either one of these teams could definitely win this game. Um, got the Giants, who came off two must-win games in the regular season and be able to win the NFC East. And you have the Falcons, who have the better record, but are the wild card team because of the Saints winning the NFC South. But the keys for the Falcons in this game is getting Michael Turner involved in this game early. The Giants' defense this year really hasn't been good on stopping the run this year. So if they can get him involved early and often in this game, making him be able to get 5 yards of carry, 4 yards of carry, 4 or 5 yards of carry, or maybe sometimes 3.5. Just get him involved, and it makes the play action pass even better for a guy like Matt Ryan. So getting him early, involved in this game, running the football should be definitely a key for this team. Another way is getting to Eli early, and from the first snap. The Giants like to throw the ball there. Like I said, they haven't been able to run the ball as well as they used to in the past with Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw. Being able to run the ball, they haven't been able to do that, so they really rely on the passing game with Eli Manning. So getting to him, causing sacks, Ray Edwards, John Abraham, just find those two bookends at the end. Just finding a way to keep getting to him, keep getting that constant pressure on Eli, making Eli force the ball a lot. He has a gunslinger mentality sometimes, where he likes to try to just throw the ball if he feels pressure and try to fit in a little window. So if they can find a way to get to him early, often cause sacks, get him rattled back there. Because if you get pressure on any type of quarterback in this league, it's always good for your team to have a chance to win. So that's going to be a big key for them. As well as the last key is taking the big play away from the Giants. The Giants really like, with the guys they have on the outside, with Victor Cruz, Mario Manningham, Hakeem Nicks, they like to take big shots down the field and just find a way to take the air out of your defense. So you got to find a way and pick your times to take away those big plays. Don't allow Hakeem Nicks to get a 50-yard pass to start the game off. Don't allow Victor Cruz to make a 5-yard catch turn into an 80-yard run. Don't let Mario Manningham break off a long catch and run. Just keep the big plays to a minimum for this team. So that's going to be key for that. Players to watch out for in this game is going to be the rookie Julio Jones, who I think is going to be really key if they want to make a run to the Super Bowl. Tony Gonzalez, the tight end, John Abraham, the defensive end, and linebacker Curtis Lofton. The keys for the Giants in this game are going to be how do they respond? And when I mean how do the Giants respond, everybody's been bigging up the Giants all the past couple of weeks, beating the Jets, beating the Cowboys going into the season. And every time when the Giants start getting national attention, they get praised. They're doing this. Everybody's talking about, can the Giants make a run like they did in 2007? And then all of a sudden they give you a game like Washington, and they just get one of those type of games. And remember when they came off of the Patriots win, they lost three or four games in a row after that. And every time this team gets praised, it seems like they always take a seat back, and intensity's not as there, and they lose a game they're not supposed to lose. So I want to see how do they respond coming out of this, being at home with the crowd, how they respond to this type of game. The running game has to improve, running back and offensive line. I think the reason why the running game really hasn't been successful is because of injuries on the offensive line. And I think if the offensive line could be healthy enough and just improve with their run blocking with David Boz, Kevin Booth, David Deal, finding a way, Chris Snead and Kareem McKenzie, if they could just try to gel and get a little better on the run blocking, I think that could really help out, create holes for Bradshaw and create holes for Jacobs as well. And the last key for the Giants is going to be making the Falcons one-dimensional. You have the best defensive line. You're phenomenal at pass rushers when you could throw out Jason Pierre-Paul, Osi Umenyiora, Justin Tuck, Matthias Kiwanuka could spin down from outside linebacker to end. You could kick to the ends inside of defensive tackle, and just to create pressure on them. But that you could only do that if you could stop the run and completely stop the run for the Falcons, and making one of those games where Michael Turner is not going to have an impact in this game. So making them one-dimensional and making Matt Ryan drop back every time and throwing the football and getting pressure on him and getting to him is going to be a key way if they're going to win this game. Players to watch out for the Giants is going to be Ahmad Bradshaw, the running back, Mario Manningham, who really hasn't had a good game in a couple weeks, in about a month or so. Like, I expect him to probably have a good game, making plays in deep plays, explosive plays in the passing game. Michael Boley, who's going to be key, especially in guarding Tony Gonzalez some of the time, and Antrell Roll is going to be another guy. The free safety is going to have a big game as well, I think, and if they're going to try to win this game. The matchup to watch out for in this game is going to be Tony Gonzalez against either Michael Boley, Deion Grant, or Kenny Phillips. I think that Perry Fuel is going to throw a lot of people at Tony Gonzalez just to confuse him, give him different looks. If it's Michael Boley jamming him a little bit more, being more physical, or Deion Grant being more physical with him, just throwing different looks at Tony Gonzalez, because I think Tony Gonzalez is a guy who you can forget about him because they got Roddy White, Harry Douglas, and Julio Jones, but he's a guy that can hurt you in the red zone. So that he's going to be, I think that matchup is going to be key. Whichever three guys those Giants decide to stick on him. And the one big key in this game is going to be turnovers. Who's going to be able to cause the most turnovers in this game on the defense, or any of the quarterbacks who allows the quarterbacks to make mistakes throwing interceptions. So that's going to be a key to this game. This game is kind of hard for me to pick. I'm a Giants fan, as everybody knows, but I also, in the beginning of the season, I picked the Falcons to be in the Super Bowl. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Falcons in this game. I just think that I think they're so well balanced when it comes to running the football, and they have one of the most underrated offenses where you think of Michael Turner and Jacquizz Rodgers, Jason Snelling. I just think that team is something special about that team. So I'm picking them to win this game. I'd say probably it'll be a 21-20 type of game, maybe 21-17, but I think the Falcons win this game. So let me know what you guys think. Who you think is going to win this game? The Falcons, the Giants? Who you think are going to be big players? How does Eli do? How does Matt Ryan do? Just let me know, and thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, go Giants.